Okay, let's do one more. Mission number 3, mission 03, two-pronged strategy. And no branching paths as of yet. Aw.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel 2 was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely.
Yeah.
However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty.
That's
Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator.
Yeah.
The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP.
Well,
Good
no.
luck out there.
There you go. It looks to be solar powered. Which, by the way, in case you don't know, is combat. And this is the the aerial arsenal is the boss super weapon aircraft of this game. Every Ace Combat has one, and it is to keep it a series of having this ginormous aircraft that you do not have. Your faction does not use such things. The enemy uses it uses it in order to start the war. Yeah. And this time it appears that it appears to be an aircraft carrier that spams swarm drones, which is going to be interesting. And it looks to be pretty much, if it's not solar powered, it's at least battery powered, or just use electrical generators and could fly for a long time, or that's the look that they're going for anyway. Which is an interesting design. Basically, an aircraft carrier just flying forever, in the skies, launching UAVs all the time, and they can return if they survive, and then get refueled and go out again. Which, that's really good. I like that. I mean, it's not good for us right now, but, you know, we can always take their technology after the war. Like, that's the thing that exists. That's gonna take forever. Oh, alright, never mind. Never mind. Yeah, let's keep using the F-4E until I feel like changing it. Until I feel like
Rogue Squadron aircraft preparations complete.
Alright. Until I feel like there's a need for change. I'm starting to get really concerned and running into aircraft that are actually doing something. Or I can just use it for the entire game. I mean, I've shown off all my aircraft in multiplayer already. So yeah, that's a thing that exists. I didn't have that. I couldn't do that in the past.
Maintain your current position.
Yay! This again.
100. Trigger, maintain your current approach.
Roger. can escape engage if you want to. Oh, that's where it goes in the panel. Okay. Here we go.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other base's squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we can went wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to them. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Missile.
Mage 2, bandit down. Excellent work.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
I don't
Missile.
think so.
Missile.
There you go. Oh, I see ya. I got your number. I got your number. Don't worry, I got your number. I'll call you later. There you go.
Target is hit.
Coming to you now. Don't get in the turning barrel during the Phantom. Other Phantom.
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if
What
you're
is
in
the
a
chaff
tight
and
G
flares
turn.
button? I don't know. Oh, at the same time. Oh, that makes sense. They neither have
Four remaining.
something assigned to them. Oh, that makes sense. Ones like your tails, I need to worry about. Well, there are Phantoms in the game. It's just the only playable ones are for pre-order, at least so far. Oh, you're done. Ooh, relax. Ah, don't steal that kill yet. Okay, I'm gonna steal that kill. They're working so hard on it.
Nice kill.
Actually, think about it this way. How did I not get hit? How did no one get hit in that dogfight other than an enemy? Hit the engines, sit down and run us.
Looks like they
That's
weren't
it.
ready for
That's
a
it.
fight.
I'm bored, nope.
Once the enemy gets behind me, that's your chance to take him out.
Roger that.
Yep, that's the strategy.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Yay!
I haven't even broken a sweat.
That is great.
Missile incoming! Evade!
Missile.
Break!
I'm hitting the deck. I don't care. I hit the deck.
Caution. Missile.
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
I don't care. I'm hitting the deck.
Missile.
They can only mean one thing. Oh, here comes the super. We got supers. I don't see any solar panels. But then again, it probably couldn't fly solar panels anyway. It's also a missile truck, in case you were wondering. Oh, great. With counter-rotating propellers.
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar
Oh, we didn't know that?
Missile.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, duck!
We're just waiting for mission command.
We done it!
We'll live through this, Trigger.
There are multiple of them, aren't there?
These guys are definitely
Or,
a step above
that one's
the
not gonna die
rest.
today, is it? Oh, that's flank. I just need clearance.
All
Tell
aircraft,
me
no change in
you want that thing dead, and it will die. A very painful
Destroy
death.
the Arsenal bird.
Oh, there has a similar name to it. Oh, really?
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Oh, they want me dead. Why does everyone want me dead? Every other player wants me dead. In campaign, they all want me dead.
Well, these bandits are fast as hell.
Is it because I'm flying a Gen 3 and the game by Gen 3 shouldn't be in it? Now, can someone get them off me, please? Oh, there it is. I've been flying around this entire
Skeleton
time.
1 lost.
I got crashed into the big guy.
Skeleton 2, take over command.
Oh wait, did we get clearance to shoot it? I think we did. Oh yeah, I didn't bring a bomb. Snap, I didn't bring a bomb.
Find the situation.
Wait, you explode. I gotta try.
Golem 2, missile, evade!
Evading.
You know what, we gotta go.
Got you now.
You suck.
Firing. This is Golem 3, Golem 2.
Oh yeah, it's a missile truck. That's what I'm treating you with. Oh, actually, you know what? Having it on the big, having it.
Golem 2, do you
I don't care what you're. I don't care what you're. Oh, that's also a
Should
problem.
still appear to be functioning okay.
Fly under the missiles. That's smart. It's a shield. It has a shield.
Missile. Missile.
Skeleton 3's lost.
Hit your own plane. Hit your. Oh, that's not good.
Air superiority.
Oh, I got hit.
What's
They nixed me.
happening?
They nixed me.
Keeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
Roger. I can't do that, Roger. We'll find out. Look at this. Okay, I thought that was the next.
What the hell? Caution.
And now I wish I was
All
flying my
aircraft, stay
F-15.
alert.
Breaking.
Skeleton 2 lost.
Oh yeah, that's not.
Skeleton
Don't play
squadron is
that.
down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately. Save your
okay.
chatter for the debriefing.
We're planes. We can bail.
Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
Wilco, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
We got a shield
Continuing
up.
the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
Missile, headed for friendly.
Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work.
Okay, so it's time. That's a feature from. How are those hit? Oh, I'm using the slams. That's okay. I'm okay with using slams in this
Golem
situation.
Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe.
So either we couldn't destroy the engines, or the
Mage 2, UAV down.
Yowza. Target eliminated.
or they're taking the Ace Combat 3 approach, in which doing stuff in missions yields a different result.
More UAVs spotted.
I mean,
Gargoyle
if
Squadron,
you fail,
cut off
you
your
just get
retreat.
different campaign,
Call warning.
which is great. I just
My status is fine.
say it's, I mean, I'd be better fighting during another universe.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
Yeah. Also, did you notice something? The usual aces
Caution! Missile!
are now UAVs, and they gave us the big guy instantly, and gave us a shot at destroying it instantly.
Gargoyle 1
I
lost.
mean, that we could. I
What the
don't know.
hell?
I'll have to replay this mission with an F-15
Golem
and see
2,
what happens.
status report.
Actually, I need to get one of my pew-pew
Just
lasers.
talk
Oh, I
to
need to get
me.
the F-18 with the railgun.
I'm against MSU-30. Orange wingtips.
No!
Can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
You didn't give us a way to fail, guys.
Get those UAVs off of friends.
Coming. Faster, go faster. Rocking back and forth in the seat. Go faster.
Box 2. Got him in my sights.
How those miss?
Hostile
Ah,
UAV
pull
down.
into a copper. Oh no. We're good.
Get your asses out.
It's
That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy.
that's true.
Going for the loner.
Henry Cloud.
They're not even sentient machines. Well, actually, then we should show mercy.
Don't ice up in there.
Go faster. Why?
An
Get our
ally's hit.
friends, kill
Golem and Mage.
the
Move in
enemy
to provide
friends.
support.
Let's move. They're ours.
We got one.
Does Mage Squadron still have their hot shot? Then we just might make it out. Don't look back, just have faith. Golem and Mage, we owe you a debt. And we'll pay it.
I'm dead meat. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared.
Yeah, shields.
I'm
You
scared.
can't shoot the shields.
Not good.
Haven't you played? Haven't you played any sci-fi games
Mage
yet?
2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Force-ready aircraft.
Machines don't get tired.
Okay, you know what? These these UAVs have these UCAS have a problem. They don't know who's behind them, or if they do, they don't care.
Hell of a good job,
When they're
Mage
logged
2.
onto one
Brought
of
as
their
many
friends,
guys out here as
easily take them out.
I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. The weak get eaten.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support!
Alright, come on.
Somebody! Support!
What? Golem? Oh, great.
Golem 2, lost.
Shit.
How?
Skykeeper, where's the one that got brownie?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
Was that an ace? They came out. Nope. Was that an ace playing stealth aircraft and that
All
actually work?
UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Yeah, she was way down home.
Squadron,
She was on
Mage
the
Squadron,
barrier.
withdraw.
I'm staying low because I'm paranoid of cluster missiles. I'm so paranoid of cluster missiles. Which is fair to be paranoid because they, because it's all in one timeline. Now it makes me wonder if that was all scripted or not. Can you win against?
Mage 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach.
Thank you. Can you win against the big guy?
Runway
Also,
is clear. Mage 2, you are cleared
I
for
don't land
landing.
like a normal person. I think normally is,
2 miles to runway.
cheating.
Mage 2, lower speed.
I know what I gotta do.
1 mile to runway.
I mean, I should probably show you how to land normally first. But yeah, they got Golem.
You're past the guidance limit.
Where
Make a
was
visual
the
landing.
tower? That's not it. They'll do this in real life, kids. What's my stall speed? Wow. Like at the landing is so scripted in this. Okay, there we go. Don't know my immediately falls my death speed is. Bam. And we're in land in the middle.
Good work, Mage 2.
There you go.
I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
That's how you land the doorway. You don't land normally.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Golem and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and
I
are...
mean, I can land normally. Don't get me wrong, but I have to do it that way. Man, small diameter bomb. But Golem, and we let the beast get away.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure.
Yeah.
The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti.
Oh, that's not good.
Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us.
Yeah.
Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
Can we fly there? let me land on. I'm in the Phantom. It's aircraft. It's a Caribou aircraft. I think. Let me land on that. Let me go. The carrier that didn't have any aircraft on it. Let me be its aircraft. I'll fight one plane army. One plane air force. That was an A rating. Interesting. But yeah, you probably are supposed to lose. But that's what we got because I used the Phantom. I could have used my F-15, but no.
Here he comes.
Ah, there you are. I was thinking maybe attack 5 just on radar.
Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Aruja lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Aruja, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
Mission 4, Rescue! Question is, will she be an ace? Will she be an enemy ace, an allied ace, or random? Or just be in the story?
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape.
Pepper some hawks.
Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's
Good
likely
stuff.
a large squadron would be detected.
Oh yes, please.
We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after.
All right.
A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator.
All right, I can't say me.
However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission.
Roger. I
The lone
understand.
pilot who will head up this strategy is you, Trigger.
Yeah.
After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide
Okay.
escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Thank you. Oh, do I have any stealth aircraft? Not like it matters. It's actually in real life flying stealth aircraft through a radar web. It depends on how well it works. Because you know, or at least I heard at least I've heard that you know if you're flying against civilian, they will be able to see you because they're because you know U.S. military aircraft are not made to fight against civilians. So their signature is more pick-upable against civilians than it is military. And what you really want stealth for is weapons locks, and sneaking against military radar, but still. But then wouldn't that defeat the points of having F-35s and F-22s? And you know, because Israel wants to use them for going in enemy, you know, America and Israel wants an entire stealth air force so they can go in and out of enemy territory without having to bother with, you know, telephone poles wanting to, you know, end your mission of freedom. So yeah. And yeah, and by the way, in case you're wondering, no, Eurasia is not the classic. Is not the other nation that Ostia fights. That is Eurasia. The big nation next to Eurasia, which apparently Eurasia conquered. And then they had the international peacekeepers in Eurasia at the time, and that's where we're operating from, which is interesting. So it makes so Eurasia, or whatever it's called, I keep forgetting, but basically they turned good guy after the advance of Ace Combat 5. And which, by the way, if you haven't been able to tell already, there are hints of Ace Combat 3 in this game. From the international peacekeepers I mentioned, eventually transforming into Europo, the players faction in Ace Combat 3. They start out with and stay with in Ace Combat, you know, and can stay in Ace Combat 3, except if you play United States version, where it is your faction period. And yeah. And also the beginning of drones, which will become very important. Oh man. I'm actually thinking about it. When was the last time we saw drones in Ace Combat? Oh wait. Haven't there been drones in Ace Combat before? I mean, there have been. There definitely been drones, but they've been the slow petering ones, not the ones that will shoot you out of the sky, and could actually do it once. yeah, I was thinking like, oh, maybe these drones are pointing to the future, but no. When they come at 3, they're ordinary drones. Really? But the game was made in the 90s, late 90s, mind you, but still. And then no. This game is pretty much the first game to have drones as opposing the player, really. No, second game, Ace Combat Infinity, was the one I was thinking about, but I was thinking about mainline games. Out of the mainline games, this is the only one. Ace Combat Infinity made a big deal of the enemy top ace, essentially just being an extreme fighter with drones surrounding them. That's pretty much it. Although, spoiler alert to Ace Combat Infinity, which you can watch my my playthrough of it, by looking up Green&Blue walkthrough, Green&Blue Productions, Green&Blue Production, Ace Combat Infinity. But anyway, in case you're interested in that, off you go. But welcome back. Welcome back. Pretty much, the top ace was also a drone. And the ace was actually in the satellite orbit, or at least that's what I got from it. But anyway. Alright, so anyway, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate watching these videos. It really means a lot to me. Also, do not many of you to subscribe to my Patreon. I'm doing so fun this generally in my life to afford more games like this. And, Metro Exodus. Potentially me getting that. I probably will get it at this point, let's be honest. And you will like single player shooters. It's just when you get a choice, you choose multiplayer. But then again, you go back and watch multiplayer stuff later. I mean, you go back and watch single player stuff later. So we'll see how this does. I'm planning on playing Battlefield 5 too. Like when I wrap this up. Actually, no, I should probably play Ace Combat 5 remastered. Yeah, I'm gonna do that next because I had the PS4 running, But anyway, so support all that. Also, don't forget to check out this story part of the Derverse. You can find the Google Drive where I keep the lore files, as well as a draft of my book I'm working on. It is incomplete because I write as if I was in the universe. I'm thinking about ways to end the book instead of it just chopping off when I just decide it has enough stories in it just to cut it off, which I could totally make a book like that. People who go off Reddit think it's amazing, and they don't see, and it's not a detriment that my book is not the standard, movie or book format. But anyway, so it'll probably I'm halfway. I think I'm halfway done, but we'll see. But anyway, so you can check those out in the description, below the description of the video, below the description of the video, below the playlist, below the playlist link, below a line, below the Patreon, you'll find the wiki, and yeah. And by the way, just story, Life and War in the 2040s, and the Adventures of Dishmaline in the 2040s, is the book I'm working on. It's the first book in the Derverse, universe based on the childhood, what I used, based on the universe I played around in my childhood. And yeah, and pretty much the book revolves around Dishmaline and friends, just trying to maintain the world they built over the last 2 decades after World War III. There are air battles, tank battles, ship battles, power armor battles. There's family stuff, not really drama, as of yet anyway. Politics, a good mix of what I want in a book. But anyway, yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. And I still need to work on the pitch. Thanks for watching, and I guess I thought I would really work on one. I thought I'm waiting for me to get the book done first before really working on the pitch, but we'll see. Alright, by the way, that'd be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I guess, see you in the skin.